Out where the oak trees shadow the dusty trails, I found her scarf blue as the twilight veils. Sitting by the campfire, sparks flying like the years we lost. Each ember a memory, each flicker a frost. Old cabin creaks with the tales it knows, her laughter in the wind as cold as the snow. Campfire stays, but she's gone away under western skies. My heartache lays where the river bends. Her smile was my home, now I'm just a cowboy born to roam. Flames dance alone like I do every night, underneath the stars in the fading light. We rode through the town, quite a secret kept. Our dreams like the gravel road, well worn and swept. But time's cruel hands pulled the reins too tight, took her from the saddle on a stormy night. Now the porch swings empty, the door moans sad and slow. Rain taps the window, playing tunes of long ago. Campfire stays, but she's left this place in the silence. I still search her face where the sunsets bleed. Her warmth was my guide, now it's just the shadows where my sorrows hide. The flames dance alone as my thoughts invite the ghost of her whispers in the cold night. Oh, but memories a wild horse can't be tamed, rides me back to her through the flames. Each spark a moment, bright and clear, held close in the heart of a lonesome frontier. And campfire stays, and so does the pain in the ashes. Our past remains, though the trail's grown cold. Her memories of fire burning through my soul, an unquenched desire. The flames dance alone, and I call her name into the vast starlit plain. So here by the fire I'll always be, a cowboy lost in a memory. As the smoke rises high and the night turns gray in the heart of the wild, my campfire stays. Out there where the old oak stands under the weeping sky, I first saw her wild laughing eyes in the spring when the river was high. We carved our dreams in the bark, sealed them with a sunset's cry. But like the leaves that turn with time, some love just says goodbye. Storms days in the hollows of this heart, winds may twist the path, but from her memory I can't part. Rain falls on the tin roof like tears on an old porch light, and in the whisper of the pines I'm with her every lonesome night. Years flew like dust off a cowboy's boots, through seasons of endless roam. Her scarf still hangs by the door of the cabin that we called home. The trails that we once walked, now overgrown, tell the tales of days gone past. Like the shadow of an empty saddle, some things ain't meant to last. Storm stays in the hollows of tell this heart. Winds may twist the path, but from her memory I can't part. Rain falls on the tin roof like tears on an old porch light, and in the whisper of the pines I'm with her every lonesome night. By the flicker of the firelight I see her dancing free 'neath the stars that still remember what my heart won't let me be. So here I stand, a broken man on roads that she once graced, holding on to a ghost of a girl in the storm that never fades. Storm stays, oh, but how I've tried to ride past her memory's gate. Yet every sunset spills her colors in strokes I can't erase. Rain falls on this heart's old porch like whispers of her light, and I know in the dust and the wind she's never truly out of sight. So I sing this song to the storm, to the love that I still crave. Beneath the vast eternal skies till I take it to my grave. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild horses drank, by the riverside, where our love first sang. Your scarf had danced with the autumn breeze on that old porch swing. We were wild, we were free. A lonely fire sank the sun in your eyes. It burns through the night where my lone heart lies. Gravel roads whisper your name under moonlit skies. Every trail fades, but the memory never dies. The cabin stands empty where laughter used to rain. Windows stare blank through the dust and the rain. Your saddle's untouched since you rode out at dawn, leaving echoes in hallways where our melodies are born. Lonely fire sank the sun in your eyes. It burns through the night where my lone heart lies. Gravel roads whisper your name under moonlit skies. Every trail fades, but the memory never dies. Now I roam through the twilight under starlit cloaks, finding solace in the silence, blowing smoke through the oaks. These hills hold secrets, in their folds I confide my regrets and my whispers, with no place left to hide. Lonely fire sank the sun in your eyes, each ember a tale of hello and goodbye. As the darkness draws near and the cold settles in, your memory's a ghost, skin to skin. Oh, lonely fire sank, and here I still lie on this endless trail under timeless night sky. Underneath the twisted oaks, by the bend where the creek fades, I found your scarf, a whisper light caught on a bramble's jagged blade. The sun was a low mournful red, painting sorrows in shades so deep. In that silent glade where once we laid, now just shadows that weep. As the creek fades, so do those days, caught in the currents of old. The laughter we shared now echoes bare neath the trees so stark and cold. And I wander on through dusk to dawn, with your memory my silent guide, like a ghost on the wind where the creek bends, where our love did once abide. Cabin's empty, the porch swings lone, the gravel road long untrod. Your laughter's gone with the fading dawn. The fields now quietly sod, where once rang our steps through corridors of green. Now only the call of a distant owl in the night serene. As the creek fades, so do those days, caught in the currents of old. The laughter we shared now echoes bare neath the trees so stark and cold. And I wander on through dusk to dawn, with your memory my silent guide, like a ghost on the wind where the creek bends, where our love did once abide. The saddle sits dusty, the reins hang loose, the echoes of our past tight as the noose. But in my dreams I ride the trails where you ride beside, through storm, through wind, where the creek fades on that endless ride. As the creek fades like the last light of day, my heart knows no reprieve. You're a song sung once in a world gone hush, neath the stars that gently grieve. So I wander on, a shadow at dawn, neath skies vast and wide, forever by the bend where the creek ends, where our love will always reside. In the silence the creek whispers tales as the oak leaves gently wave. A cowboy sings into the wind, his heart the land will save. In the great dawn, by the old creek bed, cold morning, listen to the words we said. Your laughter mingled with the rustling oaks, my heart was yours beneath woolen cloaks. We carved our names on the tavern door in that quiet town where the eagles soar. Now the wind whispers through empty halls, an echo of steps that once graced these walls. The dust settles where your laughter rang, and I'm just a shadow in the cold morning's fame. My scarf still holds the scent of rain, my soul keeps riding, bound by your chain. Seasons turn like the pages of a book. Our oak tree fell, no more sheltered nook. That old porch we swore would never age now creaks alone under time's heavy gauge. Gravel roads where we once danced till late lead to nowhere, sealed by fate's own gate. Now with steps that once graced these walls. The dust settles where your laughter rang, and I'm just a shadow in the cold morning's fang. My saddle's worn from roads long traveled, every sunset a memory unraveled. By the fading trail I pause and look behind, searching for what I'll never find. The whispering pines and the settling dew tell tales of a love that once I knew. So the wind whispers through empty halls, an echo of dreams that dusk recalls. The dust settles where your laughter rang, and I'm just a shadow in the cold morning's fang. I'll ride on with a heart torn in two. Cold morning listened, and it knew our truth. Out where the dogwood blooms meet dusty lanes, I found a rusty locket worn and gray. Embers of sunsets in those wild plains, faint whispers of you in the wind's soft sway. Beneath the oak trees, ancient watchful eyes. We carved our names, wild as the boundless skies. Oh, that locket held more than time could tell. Memories locked in its heart like a spell. Your laughter mingled with the summer rain. Now nothing but the echo still remains. A cowboy's heart rides lonesome trails of thought, where the winds of yesteryears and teardrops caught. The old porch swings empty, the doors ajar. Gravel rose to nowhere under silver stars. Your scarf still hangs on the rusted nail, a testament to love that's now so frail. The cabin's hollowed by the passing years, each creek a symphony of old frontiers. Yes, that locket knew the dreams we dared to weave. Now it's just a relic that I can't leave, a dance of shadows under moonlit plains, where silence speaks the names of old refrains. A cowboy's heart roams paths both broad and narrow, haunted by the love that the locket forgot. In the whisper of the leaves, in the chill before the dawn, I feel your absence, piercing and withdrawn. Yet in the solitude of stars, in the quiet of the night, your essence lingers in the pale moonlight. So here's the locket, your memory enclosed, rust in time where once a promise rose. A cowboy's soul adrift like tumbleweed, holds tight to love, the only creed I heed. In the heart of nowhere, under skies vast and taut, lives the tale of a rusty locket forgot, a ballad blending winds and whispers lost. Ever the cowboy pays love's quiet cost. in the shadow of the oak where the wild rivers flow. Found a pair of worn out boots where we watched the sunset glow. Beneath the crying willow sweet, by the cobblestone that lay, there's a scarf you left behind on that cold October day. Oh, my heart's like these boots washed away in the rain. Memories flood the plains where your love used to reign. Now I'm just a whisper on the wind, through the valley I stray. With these boots, my dreams washed away. The cabin's empty, echoes of your laughter fade. Dusty saddles untouched, where our promises were made. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now just trails of yesterday. Every step without you is a price too steep to pay. Oh, my heart's like these boots washed away in the rain. Memories flood the plains where your love used to reign. Now I'm just a whisper on the wind, through the valley I stray. With these boots, my dreams washed away. On the porch I sit alone, where the old oak's shadow lies, thinking of the love we lost under vast unending skies. Time's cruel hand may heal the wounds, but scars will surely stay. In the dust of this old town, part of me will always lay. Oh, my heart's like these boots washed away by my tears, a river of lost years echoing through the frontier. I'm a ghost in this town, a silhouette that will fade, but these boots and my heart, they remain washed away. In the shadow of the oak stands a cabin old and warm, where the porch creaks neath my boots like it did when love was born. By the windowsill she left a faded blue bandana. Now it's just a dusty relic, fighting time just like its owner. The sun sinks low, painting bruises in the sky, every hue a haunting whisper of a time that passed us by. And the sunset haunts with colors of your laugh, trails you blazed into my heart now but old photographs. The wind sings low, through the canyon calls your name. Oh, the sunset haunts, but the memories remain. Years have worn the leather of the saddle where you rode beside me, wild and free, on those endless gravel roads. Now the reins hang loose and the stirrups sway along. Echoes of the hooves are like a song that's barely known. Autumn rain on tin roofs plays a lonely plain to sound. It's a rhythm of what's missing and the dreams that ran aground. And the sunset haunts
colors of your smile, gone the way of silent whispers, and the miles the wind cries soft. Through the willow hangs the moon, oh, the sunset homes, and I'm making for you soon. Underneath the open sky, the stars watch and they know how the heart keeps secret places where a lonely cowboy goes. In the quiet of the night, with the cold seeping through, I'm learning that some shadows are just forms of me and you. So the sunset haunts with traces of your eyes underneath the vast unending aching skies. The wind's a gentle hand, the dusk a soft embrace. Oh, the sunset haunts, and its beauty finds your face. Yes, the sunset haunts where the old love never dies.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once told, leather boots side by side, yours were new, mine were old. We watched the sun bleed its gold over hills soft and bold, but your laughter's now a whisper in the prairie's windy fold. Oh, my heart rides a trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. Saddle sits untouched, it's weathered by the storm. In the cabin where your scar flies, tattered and forlorn, old porch creaks underfoot like it mourns the morn. Since the day you left, it's just shadows I adorn. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. There's a quiet in the rain, a melody unsung of gravel roads not taken, words we left unstrung. I roam through fading trails where our rivers once flowed. Now I understand, some love's too heavy to load. So I'll walk these vacant lands where our memories rove, with boots turned cold in the absence of love. Yes, these boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone. A cowboy's heart wanders, forever withdrawn. Oh, these boots have turned cold, but the journey's not old. In the silence of the sunset, where our stories retold. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, I found a faded scarf, the one she wore when the world spun around. In that quiet town where whispers birth the dawn, her smile like a lantern lit and warm, but now it's gone. Her smile stood still on the front porch in twilight's grace, while my heart kept roaming, a wild wind lost in space. The sun dips low just like the moments we'd fulfill. In the silence of the stars, her smile stood still. Years have worn the leather of my saddle and my skin. Gravel roads and empty cabins map the places I've been, but no trail, no dusty path leads me back to where she is. Just echoes of laughter in the rain and that kiss. Her smile stood still on the front porch in twilight's grace, while my heart kept roaming, a wild wind lost in space. The sun dips low just like the moments we'd fulfilled. In the silence of the stars, her smile stood still. Underneath the crescent moon, I confess to the night, all I've lost ain't worth the cost of giving up this fight. But the pain ties me to what I know is real. In the ghost of her presence, a love that time can't heal. Her smile stood still on the front porch in twilight's grace, each memory a shadow that not even time can erase. The sun dips low, and I wonder if it will ever rise on a day when her smile doesn't stand still. Her smile stood still, and I'm out here searching still. In a valley where the oak tree's shadow low lies a cabin with its timber silvered like old bones. Through that doorway walked a love as wild as the land. Under moonlight we swore forever, scarves in our hands. Oh, the wind sang through the spaces she once filled. That old house carved with names now gone still. Echoes of laughter under rafters where my heart lays, on the porch of broken dreams through the sun's dying rays. Years have wandered like the rivers, changed their course. Empty saddles, dust settles with no remorse. Where laughter hung like rain in thirsty air, now just whispers and a faded scarf left on that chair. Oh, the wind sang through the spaces she once filled. That old house carved with names now gone still. Echoes of laughter under rafters where my heart lays, on the porch of broken dreams through the sun's dying rays. And I've seen sunsets bleed and fade into the night, but her eyes, that fire still burns too
sing, but my heart's grown cold and mild. Still that old house carved keeps me beguiled. A rider alone, trails fading into the dusk. With every whisper of the wind, I feel the pulse of lost musk. So I'll sit here where old oaks weep and time is blurred, in the silence with my sorrow and the echoes unheard. In the old house carved where my soul forever stays, watching horizons, holding on to forgotten days. Out where the cedar shadows lay, by the rusted gate on Fiddler's Bay, I remember her scarf red against the gray, and the promise we made at the break of day. Her laughter tangled in the wild oak breeze, while our dreams soared high like the birds and bees. Front porch creaks under moonlit teas, now nothing but silence and falling leaves. Oh, that rusted gate said nothing as my heart spoke all out loud and clear. Where the wind whispers secrets of the love we were betting, now just echoes of you disappearing with the deer. Worn down like the old town road, gravel turned to dust where we once strode. That old log cabin, our love's abode, now empty, just the echo of the stories it holds. The rains came through, washed away the traces of tender touches and cherished places. Yet under the oak, where time embraces, I still see us dancing, lost in love's graces. Oh, that rusted gate said nothing as my heart spoke all out loud and clear. Where the wind whispers secrets of the love we were betting, now just echoes of you disappearing with the deer. So here I stand where the wild thyme grows, on the path less walked where the river knows. I've ridden under sunsets through highs and lows, but your shadow beside me, endless as it goes. Yes, that rusted gate says nothing, and I'm still speaking to the stars so near. In the silence, your memory softly clutching to the heart of a cowboy who can't let go of the fear. Where the rusted gate stands solemn and the night draws near, I'm the echo of a love song, fading but always dear. where the oak tree marks our names. The wind burns, cuts deep like wildfire flames. Here in the whisper of the tall grass beds, your laughter echoes where the horizon ends. We carved our dreams in that old porch wood under stars, believing everything could. Wind burns like the tears we never cried. Lost words in the gust of prairie nights. My heart's wrapped tight in a dusty scarf's hold, in the saddle of sorrow through the land so cold. Wind burns and the memories just whirl, scattered like leaves in a long, lonesome swirl. Once the cabin smiled with candlelight. Now shadows curl in the corners of night. The gravel roads where we used to roam now lead my weary boots to roam alone. Rain taps softly on window pane glass in the rhythms of a time that's past. Wind burns like the tears we never cried. Lost words in the gust of prairie nights. My heart's wrapped tight in a dusty scarf's hold, in the saddle of sorrow through the land so cold. Wind burns and the memories just whirl, scattered like leaves in a long, lonesome swirl. So I whisper to the setting sun, forgive all the things we left undone in the twilight. Every shadow, no, we're just prisoners of the winds that blow. Wind burns the trails and I've yet to find fading tracks of the dreams left behind. But in the silence, there's a song that yearns for one more dance where the wind still burns. Yes, in the silence, there's a song that yearns for one last dance where the wind still burns. Where the oak tree shadows lay long, and near the creek where we carved our names that June, the old porch creaks with the weight of songs unsung, as the twilight holds whispers of you in the monsoon. Silence remembers the echoes of your laugh under starlit skies that now just gaze on my behalf. Each breeze is a touch lost in the folds of time. Silence remembers, oh, and so does this heart of mine. cabin stands empty, where your scarf caught the wind. On a rusty nail it's still dancing, threadbare and thin. The trail we walk now overgrown, where no footsteps tread. Everything's changed, the dreams we dream now dead. Silence remembers the echoes of your laugh under starlit skies that now just gaze on my behalf. Each breeze is a touch, lost in the folds of time. Silence remembers, oh, and so does this heart of mine. By the fading light on this graveled road I roam, each sunset a reminder this world ain't home. Just a wanderer's heart with nowhere to rest, holding on to a ghost in the west lonely chest. Silence remembers, and it's the keeper of my soul. In the quiet your memory plays the sweetest role. And as the dust settles with the setting sun, I know silence remembers what I've never truly won. Silence remembers, oh, silence remembers.
On the edge of a prairie, where the tall oak tree stands, I met you in the glow of June under star-stitched bands. Your scarf had danced a silent waltz on the breath of the plains. By the lantern's light on that porch, love declared its claims. Lantern echoes in the wind, calling out your name. Whispers haunt these empty trails where once we laid our claim. Sunset's fire burns the sky, but cold's the heart soul flame. Lost in echoes my soul rides, bound in love's own chain. The oak's now bent under time's relentless rain. That old wooden porch has succumbed to the rain. Your laughter once filled the valleys, now it's just the wind sweeping through the ghost town of our dreams thin. Lantern echoes in the wind, calling out your name. Whispers haunt these empty trails where once we laid our claim. Sunset's fire burns the sky, but cold's the heart's old flame. Lost in echoes my soul rides, bound in love's own chain. In the dust of the gravel road, under boots worn and frayed, I wander with these memories through the sunlight and the shade. Each echo a reminder of what can't be unchanged. A cowboy's heart forever roams, but always stays unchained. Lantern echoes fading soft as the night claims the land. I'm a shadow riding solo with your memory in hand. Though the heart may wander and the soul must roam, in the echoes of our lantern light I'll forever find my home. Lantern echoes, a cowboy's lonesome serenade.
Out on Lonesome Hill, carved under a sky so vast and starry, we etched our names in the old oak's heart, where the wild winds blew so hard. Your laughter mixed with the autumn's breath on that ridge where we did part, with the sunset painting your silhouette like a haunting ghostly bar. Echoes of your voice, it's like the rain on dusty ground. Each drop of memory faded in the silence where they're found. This lonesome wind, it wears my skin like your scarf worn thin brown. On Lonesome Hill I feel you still, though you're nowhere to be found. Now the cabin's empty, the porch swings alone with the creaks of forgotten days. The gravel road that led to our door, now just a fading weathered maze. Your saddle sits idle where the cobwebs build, and the shadows play their games. And every dusk I ride these trails where nothing's left but names. Oh, the echoes of your voice, it's like the rain on dusty ground. Each drop of memory faded in the silence where they're found. This lonesome wind, it wears my skin like your scarf worn thin and brown. On Lonesome Hill I feel you still, though you're nowhere to be found. There's a sorrow deep as the rivers bend where my tears go to hide away. And the stars up above, they don't judge my love, they just blink in their old wise way. Maybe these hills, these fields, they know the pain that comes and stays, for a cowboy's heart finds its rest in the land that time betrays. So I sing to the stones, to the bones of this earth where our story fell asleep. And the wind whispers back with a sigh of dusk, it's a promise it can't keep. On Lonesome Hill under starlit quilt, it's your memory I'll forever reap. A silhouette in the sunset still, where the shadows long and deep.
Hush of dawn by the old oak tree where the scarves of mist hide the mountains neath. I heard her laugh wild as a creek where the bluebell sang and the pines would speak. Her voice like a path through forgotten ways in the golden dust of our yesterdays. Oh, her voice walked away with the westward wind, left me a shadow in the dust, and underneath that white star sway, her whisper lingers, then fades away. Now the
porch swings lonely, the cabin's bare, gravel roads lead to who knows where. The rains came through and the curtains tore, the laughter faded, won't grace no more. From the saddle to the saloon's dim light, every trail turns to her in the night. Oh, her voice walked away with the westward wind, left me a shadow in the dust, and underneath that wide star sway, her whisper lingers, then fades away. On a lonesome trail by the river's bend, I reckon time might heal or pretend, but the oak still stands and the wind still roams where her memory dances and my heart still roams. Yes, her voice walked away with the westward wind, now just echoes in the songs I've penned. But deep in the canyons, past the fading light, her melody stirs the birds in flight. So I'll ride these plains neath the endless gray, where her voice walked away, where her voice walked away. Out where the oak tree shadow lays long, by the creek where the wild winds have blown, I carved two hearts, yours and mine, in the bark, where whispers stay hidden neath stars stark. Footprints fade where we danced unshaken, on that porch by the hills God-forsaken. Storm burns like my heart tonight in the cold empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand, scent worn thin as the dust hushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell. Time turned those gravel roads, grew wide. The quiet town slept as something inside me died. Old laughter haunts the saloon's creaking floors, echoes of steps that aren't ours anymore. That old saddle now just gathers dust, like the memories succumbing to rust. Storm burns like my heart tonight in the cold empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand, scent worn thin as the dust hushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell underneath the vast indigo skies. I reckon each star mirrors your eyes. The trails we blaze now overgrown in the wilderness I roam alone. the shadows of doubt, the route of our old route. May the horizon where sunsets bleed hold you close, far beyond my meager creed. Every twilight, your absence I mourn in the silence after the storm. I still dwell. I still dwell. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the wind flew with her scarf so light across the plains into the night. We watched the sunset paint the skies, her laughter mingled with my sighs. In that quiet town where time slows, only the wind it truly knows. Oh, the wind flew with my heart in tow, through dusty trails where wildflowers grow. Her whisper haunts these empty streets, in every gust that my longing meets. These gravel roads, they know my sins, where love ended and life begins. Oh, the wind flew with her touch so kind, left me a shadow 2 steps behind. Now the porch swing sways, but it's worn and gray, remnants of rain from a bygone day. The cabin empty like the echo of her voice in the silence. My heart's devoid. Each sunset bleeds into starless nights, where once we dreamed beneath pale moonlight. That oak tree stands, but the names fade as time claims the promises we made. Oh, the wind flew with my dreams so wild, through rugged paths once walked as a child. Her whisper haunts these open gates, in every shadow that my soul awaits. These fading trails, they curve and bend, where beginnings blurred into an end. Oh, the wind flew with her smile so bright, now I'm just a whisper in the night. Love is a journey through storms and calm, why does her memory serve as my balm? Across these lands my regrets are sown, underneath skies forever unknown. Oh, the wind flew and I tried to grasp the scent of her hair and our love's last gasp. Her whisper haunts this broken heart, on lonely trails we're worlds apart. These quiet towns, they soak up my cries, where the wind flew with her goodbye. Oh, the wind flew and left me here, holding on to love forever near.
Out by the willow, where the creek used to sing, an old wagon lingers, faded by the spring. Oak trees hold secrets of our shade beneath skies where we carved our names in the bark love implies. Those wagon wheels are steel, but oh how they rolled across wildflower fields under sunsets of gold. Every spoke a story, every turn aside the trail grows cold, but the memories don't die. Porches where laughter danced through the soft rain now stand silent as the prairie's lonely refrain. Your scarf in the breeze, a whisper of the past, where shadows of your smile in the dusty sunset last. Those wagon wheels are still, but oh how they roll across wildflower fields under sunsets of gold. Every spoke a story, every turn aside the trail grows cold, but the memories don't die. Under stars I roam, saddle worn and thin. Each night the coyote's call sings where you've been. In the heart of the night, by the fire's faint glow, I realize some trails, dear, are too deep to let go. Wagon wheels are silent, echo of your laugh, fading on gravel roads, our once chosen path. Every spoke a story, every turn aside the trail's gone cold, love, but it never says goodbye.